everybody, I'm Maureen and I'm back this week with a new hairstyle and everything that I made in October. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, I have a couple of disclaimers. So I actually made, I'm looking at my notes, 5 things this month, which is kind of on the low end for me, but I will say, 1, I am doing this full time at this point. 2, my timelines are not anyone else's timelines except for just me pushing myself to get things done because I wear my clothes. And 3, I would say that outerwear and fall clothing is a lot more tedious to make than summer clothes. So summer clothes, you can knock it out. You make a cute top, make a cute dress, boom, bang, pow. I made a lot of outerwear. I made some complicated pieces this month. So let's go ahead and get into everything. So I want to start off with my Shacket because you guys, I finished it and it's everything I hoped it would be. So I need to take pictures of it. It was a little too hot and bright today, in my opinion, to take pictures in this because this is like some heavy flannel. Or, you guys, this is a little side joke. So whenever I see the word flannel, I know it to be flannel, but me and one of my friends, we were at Bath and Body Works one day and we heard this lady call it flannel. And it's like stuck in my head now. So I want to say, so out loud I say flannel, but in my head I'm like, flannel. Flannel, flannel, tomato, however you think about it. But this is pretty heavy material. So I use Simplicity 9388, I believe it is. I'll put it at the bottom of the screen. And it took me a minute. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. It took me a minute to match these plaid lines. And then I would pick it up, put it back down because honestly, it was stressful. And then y'all, it took me the longest to add the placket and the buttons because I was just being lazy. And then I did add a curved hem. You can't see it right now, but I literally just traced another like shirt pattern, like button down shirt pattern that I had. And I just literally traced the hemline onto this pattern piece and it worked out perfectly. So of course, I will definitely be taking pictures of this and you guys will see it in the next vlog or so. But yes, oh my gosh, she's done and I love her so much. We're supposed to be going to Virginia in December and I'm just thinking of all the ways I can wear this and how cute it will be. So I'm excited. So at the top of the month, I did do my October Frocktails jumpsuit. So New York Frocktails, I did a whole vlog about it and everything. Actually, I did a couple of vlogs about it. We were in New York at Club Blue for a Studio 54 themed disco party. If you're not familiar with Frocktails, it is pretty much a sewing community event where you dress up in something that you made and sometimes there's a theme and you get to meet people in the community. So I made this jumpsuit. I'll put it up on the screen and I love this jumpsuit. I was going for like Donna Summer, Diana Ross. It had like the little flecks of like rainbow in it, which I thought was very touching. And then I really liked that I had my bodice and I did like a lining on the bodice because I wanted to be conservative in some ways and then I wanted to play into that Studio 54 theme in other ways. So my pants were see-through, but I wore swim trunks underneath. So I had my regular underwear and then I had swim trunks and I wore see-through pants and then I had like these really cool platform shoes as well. And so being in New York, I stayed in Queens with my grandmother. So this is what they call girl math. I figured it out on TikTok. So New York City girl math is taking the train to the event and then taking an Uber or a Lyft home. And that is exactly what I did in my see-through jumpsuit the night of Frocktails. So, you know, safety first as always, but I had a really good time, met some really amazing people, and this jumpsuit made me feel so confident and comfortable. And 10 out of 10, I would make it again in another fabric, in another event or anything like that. I had another special occasion the following week. So my weekends were pretty full in October, which is another reason why I did not get to make as many things. I had 2 weekends back to back where I was out of town. And so the second weekend of the month, we went to one of my friends' weddings, and I made my dress for this one as well. I'll put the pattern and the dress up, and I love this dress. I made a whole vlog about it, and I will say that the little slash part, and I talk about this in the vlog, it gave me HE double hockey sticks. Like, I was just like, please. Like, I was this close, you guys, this close to just saying, let me grab something out of my closet because I can't deal with it. But I kept looking at the fabric and just how pretty it was, and I let that get the better part of me so that I can finish the project. But it was fun. It was fun. Besides that, the wedding was amazing. I'm so excited for my friend and her new husband and whatnot. So yeah, that was a good one. So the third thing I made this month was my Nomi coat, or quilted jacket, I should probably say. And I do have an entire pattern review on that pattern. So I made it out of a thrifted comforter that I found at the Goodwill a few months back. When I saw that pattern and I knew that I had the quilted comforter in my stash, I was like, oh, this is it. This is what I need to make. So in my pattern review, I talk all about sizing, the choice for, you know, the different notions I have, the fabric and everything. But I love this jacket. I can't wait for like the weather to really break. That way I can really pull this out. And I mean, granted, it is Mississippi, so it's only going to break but so much because it's supposed to be like 85 degrees this week. I know. So I may have to hold that for Virginia too, but I love it so much. I love it. So, and I think it has a really great story behind it. Someone had told me on Instagram, and I never really considered myself like this, but they were like, oh, I love that you recycle and you're sustainable. And I was like, I am sustainable in some ways. I don't want to like perpetrate that I am like the sustainable person. I feel like I have sustainable practices, and then I have consumerism practices. But if there's an opportunity for me to upcycle, reuse something, recycle something, I will certainly do it, if it makes sense in that moment. And so yeah, I felt kind of special, I guess, that someone said, oh, you're sustainable. I was like, me sustainable? Because sometimes, you know, when people talk about sustainability, there's often like an air of pretension. And I don't know if that's just me, but I always feel like there's a certain number of boxes you have to check in order to be sustainable. And I don't always check all those boxes. But if someone recognizes that I made a sustainable choice, that makes me proud. That makes me happy. So the next thing I made was this half zip fleece, and y'all, I love this fleece. It is so cozy. I actually made it a little oversized so it doesn't look exactly like the pattern envelope, but that's why we sew, right? Because we want to make it our own. I will say that there was some construction sources of contention with this pattern. So with the fleece, it called for like a 9-inch zipper, but that bib was longer than 9 inches, so I actually had to choose a larger zipper. I felt like to hand stitch the facing added some bulk, so I actually like top stitched the facing on the inside. There were just some other nuances that I felt like didn't really match the fabric that I was possibly working with. But all in all, I was able to push through. I kind of worked my way around some things and it worked out, and I love this. I think it's light enough to wear on like a nice fall day, and then it's also light enough to layer under something like this or any other sort of outerwear that I may have. And I will say this was my first time making a half zip fleece, which I like had to think about it twice. Like, have I never really made a half zip fleece? And I've made sweatshirts before, but I've never made a half zip fleece before. And so, you know, it was a new project for me. All right, and then the other thing, because I know you guys are probably wondering, I am working on my houndstooth sweater. I'm working on the vlog for it, and let me show you how far I've gotten with my sweater. Oh my gosh, look, it's so pretty. So I still need to actually put the, I guess you can call the trim, like the cuffs and the neck trim and then the waist trim on it. But I got this fabric from Joann's, and like I said, I am making a vlog about it. And the fabric is this nice like black and almost like a camel color houndstooth, and I used the dominant black side. I don't know if it's reversible, but you can kind of decide which side you want to use. So the underside that's on the lining, you'll see, or not the lining, the underside of this is more cream dominant. I wanted more black on mine, so I chose the side that has the more black dominant color. So I am working on this. I plan on actually working on the cuffs and the trim tonight. So I am excited to finish this and show you guys this week, hopefully. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. And you can follow me at Raven Maureen on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads. See you next time. Bye.